Greetings of the day. Today we will be seeing Consumer Protection Act, which comes under the hotel law. In the last presentation, we have seen discharge of contract and breach of contract. Hello everyone, myself Chitra Sharma. I am the assistant professor with AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. The contents of this presentation will be more focused on the introduction, what is the Consumer Protection Act, the objective of Consumer Protection Act, the rights of a consumer, readdress agency, councils, and lastly, to understand very clear, we will go through a case study. What is a Consumer Protection Act and when it came into existence? It came into existence on 5th December 1986, which was passed in Lok Sabha. It was basically came for the social welfare legislation which was enacted as a result of widespread consumer protection movement and to stop the exploitation happening to the consumer. The objective of this presentation is basically to understand the fair and ensure fair and competitive and responsible market that work well for the consumers and promotes ethical business practices. Now let us study who is a consumer. Before going further, this consumer definition comes under section 2 of 1 under the clause D. Who is a consumer? Any layman can be a consumer, one who buys any good for a consideration which he has been paid or willing to pay is a consumer, or one who hires any kind of service for consideration which he has paid or he is willing to pay is a consumer. But it does not include a goods or person who is for the resale or any commercial purpose. For example, if I have for my hotel, I have purchased around 60 TVs for the renovation, for the new rooms, then I have paid only half, but I will be paying the remaining half after the delivery of the goods. But suddenly the person is saying that now he can't deliver me another 20 TVs. That means I have my inauguration of hotel in another 2 days, but I don't have 20 TVs to be placed in the room. So here I either ask the vendor, either you arrange a TV for me or do something and pay, give me my 20. But if the vendor is very adamant, I can always go to consumer forum for the damages which is going to happen for the goodwill of my hotel. The second, hires or avail, like if I have booked a Ola to travel to a certain distance and we have already agreed for 3,000 rupees and which we have agreed, both the parties have agreed, but suddenly on the day of journey he says that he is going to charge me 4,000, but I have already paid him 50%. Suddenly the rise of 1,000 rupees, I can always fight for this in the consumer court. But in consumer court, you can't fight for a resale of the goods. Like if there is certain times auction takes place in the hotel for selling the old goods. If a third party is fighting in the consumer court for the product he has bought from the hotel, it won't stand in the court of law. Basically, consumer forum cases run on a fast track, but seeing the intensity and complication of the case, certain times it can lead up to the 90 days. Fast track courts means where the decision has to be made within 45 days. Now let us see what are the different rights of a consumer. A consumer has full right to safety. He needs to understand what all different rights he has, what is the product, what can be harm, what can be beneficial. He has full rights to understand. He has full rights to information about the product, who are the manufacturer, what are the parts included, what is the benefit of this product, what is the guarantee, warranty, everything he has the rights to know. He has the rights to be heard. If he has some queries and inquiries, it has to be heard. You can't say that it is all printed and given. If he calls a customer care, he has to be addressed. He has rights to go to the forum, that is known as readdressal. If he has any problem with the product, he has full rights to go to the councils and forum for fighting for the case. Every consumer has full rights to have consumer education irrespective of their status, their caste. They should know what product they are buying, and the manufacturer has to be obliged to give them that information. Now let us see what is a readdressal agency. Readdressal agency is nothing but where the consumer can go and fight for his case and can get his justice. Like there are three basically, they are district forum, they are the state commission, and they are national commission. What is a district commission? District commission is a forum where it is covers the district of a place. Basically the president is a district judge who is of Lok Nyaya, and he will have two more members with him, out of which one shall be a woman. Every district forum shall hold an office of 5 years or up to the attainment of 65 years of age of the president, whichever is earlier. It shall have the jurisdiction to entertain any complaints of value of goods and service for compensation up to 20 lakhs. District forum doesn't can't exceed 20 lakhs. District forum have the powers to remove any defected product from the laboratory. If they see the product is not good, they have full rights to remove it from the stores. They have the rights to replace the damaged goods with the new one with the similar description. They have the right of complaint of price, so that in case any charges have been paid by the complainant, the compensation can be paid. To pay such amount as compensation to the consumer for any loss or injury other than the price, they have the rights up to do, but district forum limitation is only till 20 lakhs. Now, what is a state commission? State commission is basically established by state government by the notification. Notification means it comes from the state government. It has to be sealed and stamped. It has a jurisdiction to entertain the case from 20 lakhs to 1 crore, and the case which has been not solved by the district forum can be taken to the state commission. What is a national commission? National commission is a person which is headed by the judge of the Supreme Court, who has been a judge of the Supreme Court as it presidents. Not less than 4 or more members he will have, and again in the 4, one of them shall be a woman. Every member of national commission can hold the office for 5 years or can up to the age of 70, whichever is earlier. If you see in the district it was 65, here it is 70. Here the members have also changed. There only 2 members were there. Here there are 4 members, but one of the members shall be a woman. That is mandatory, whether it is district forum, whether it's a state forum, or it's a national commission. It shall have a jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of the goods or service is exceeding 1 crore, which is against the state commission. If it's a case is huge, the amount is exceeding 1 crore, then it directly goes to national commission. What are the different types of councils we have? We basically have central council, state council, and district council. The district consumer protection council shall consist a member of collector of the district. Whoever is the collector of the district will be the member, and he will be called as chairman. He will have other officials and non-official members as prescribed by the state government. Like from his office, he can have 2 members, and non-official and general public, from general public also he can have 2 members. These are prescribed by the state government. They shall meet twice a year. Every 6 months they have to be they should have a meeting, and the standard procedure is always given by the state government how their proceedings have to go. The State Consumer Protection Council, it is headed by the Minister of in charge for Consumer Affairs in the state government as the chairman. The number of officials, again, he can have from his office, and he can have general public also as his members. They also meet twice a year, and the procedure is set by the state government itself. The Central Consumer Protection Council, it basically consists of Minister of charge for Consumer Affairs as the chairman. He will also have official and non-official members as prescribed by the constitution, but here they meet only once in a year. Now let us see a case study. This is a very famous case study. It was actually between a student and versus his college, MET Institute of Computer Science. Here the case was the Chetan Prakash, who was a student. He was a final year student of BSc when he took admission in this college. The institute has stipulated order to pursue the MC course. Student has to clear all 3-year exam. He was a very good student. He had cleared his first year very well. So before his second year result came, he deposited his third year fees to the college, seeing that having the confidence of he will clear his second year. But he failed in his exam and he wanted to withdraw his admission, and he requested the college for a refund, which the college said no. Finally, after repeated requests, when the college was not responding, he sent a legal notice to the institute and he lodged a complaint with the consumer forum. The judgment came in the favor of the student. The judgment said the institute had to pay the complainant Chetan Prakash 32,000 as a compensation for the harassment which he has gone through, and along with the course fee of 62,200. Here, if the college would have heard him in the first place when he was not eligible for admission, and if they had refunded him the money, the college would have said 32,000 for which they have paid for the harassment. So we can conclude saying that consumer protection basically entails protecting the rights and interests in the matters of availability, quality, quantity, and the price of goods and the services. It is fact promotes the concept of value for money and enhances the trust between the customer and the producer or providers of the service. There is a link given in the description box to solve the quiz. Please solve it and have a great learning and stay safe. The reference has been taken from the book Hotel Law, which is the author is Amitabh Devendra, and it is an Oxford publication.